promise to help each other, celebrate the joys of life, and to console each other.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
You know what it is? Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's time how we do. Hey.
They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you
Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today.
Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go.
Yo, what's cracking, gamers? What is going on? It's your boy Ham Solo 05 Gaming here with you today on the TSWS Gaming channel here on YouTube. Things might be looking a little bit different. I'm trying something else out. Figured I'd try a little StreamYard to do a little bit of capturing for the videos instead of trying to use OBS. But anyways, let's go on ahead and talk about what's going on here. Like with the whole Microsoft, Activision, Bethesda stuff going on, it may seem crazy to a lot of us. And, I'm not here to, say that we should be 100% happy with what's been kind of going on with development, with really just the all-around safety for development in general. But I mean, if we're keeping it a buck, and I'm not here to rub no Microsoft booty or nothing like that, but if I look outside of Microsoft, I'm still seeing the same issues in other places, right? We're seeing devs have a hard time keeping their job in general. So I'm a little nervous more than for just Microsoft is what I'm trying to say. Not just nervous for Microsoft. Microsoft is what I don't like about them at the current moment is just messaging. Really, that's the only thing that has me disappointed with Microsoft at this very moment is messaging, because they seem to always want to tell us one thing and then do something else. And that's my problem with them. As for, companies being laid off after being purchased and stuff like that, I kind of thought that was going to come, but I just didn't know that it was going to be at the expense of too large or too well-known companies, right? That being Tango and Arcane Austin. Tango, I'm extra surprised about because it's just like you guys just produced a phenomenal game that was Hi-Fi Rush, critically acclaimed. And although it didn't sell the best, which, I mean, we can all admit now, Jeff Grubb was right. Nothing wrong with admitting you were wrong. Jeff was right on that one. Hi-Fi Rush didn't seem to do that hot. Sure. But when something's critically acclaimed and getting awards left and right and whatnot, it makes you nervous for anything else, because it's just like, obviously the awards don't matter. Being critically acclaimed, that doesn't matter either. It's just the bottom line at the end of the day. So that makes me a little bit nervous. Arcane Austin, I'm not too surprised to see that they're gone. It's just the way that it happened. I thought it was kind of foul. As much as they wanted to talk about, we're gonna, bring out this DLC and we're going to try to get the game fixed and it was our bad for not taking care of it. When you admit that it was your bad for not taking care of them and then you release them back into the water you didn't even release them back into the water. You released them, but in the dirt, right? They can't even go back swimming. They can't go back to, to what they were doing prior to working on. And keep in mind, if they didn't get purchased by Microsoft, they probably would have been gone anyway. But that doesn't make you feel any better. It shouldn't. Because when you see them get purchased by Microsoft, you're like, sweet. They're talking about all this, we care about the small games. We care about, this, that, and the third. And then you see them, switch directions. It just doesn't leave a very good taste in your mouth. So to the folks that worked out at Tango and the folks that worked out at Arcane Austin, we feel for you guys. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you get back on your feet and, hopefully you don't have to go through this again as a developer, but as we're seeing around the industry, that might not be the case. We might be seeing other similar things like that as we continue into the future. So other folks might be going through the same situations, just under a different umbrella. Another thing I wanted to kind of bring up and throw on the screen right now is Forbes had released an article as of just recently speaking about the Xbox debates. Whether Call of Duty should go to Game Pass, considering its price hike if it decides to release it on Game Pass. And I definitely have something I have to say about that. I'm going to pull up this article so I can talk about it with you guys at the same time. But right here in the article, it says, in the wake of Microsoft's surprise announcement, it was closing down developer Arcane Austin and Tango Gameworks. There are reports coming out about what exactly is going on at Xbox. A lot of questions, for sure. And none paint a particularly rosy picture. One of the biggest headlines is from The Verge, where Tom Warren reports that Microsoft is currently debating whether it should put the next Call of Duty and future Call of Duties onto Game Pass rather than continue to sell them independently for full price to its players. I tell you what, if they decide to not put this in the Game Pass, you might as well just cut down Game Pass. And I mean, that doesn't sound great, but it's just like my whole issue with you, Microsoft, at this moment is messaging. And if your message before was get Game Pass, day one games going to Game Pass, then and then a game doesn't go day one in the Game Pass, well then we have another issue right there with the messaging there. So if you're gonna do it. If you're gonna raise the prices, that stinks. I'm not happy about it, but it's up to the consumer to find value, either if they think you're worth the price hike or not. It depends for me how much that price hike is, whether I'm gonna stay aboard or not. I've said it many a times, oh man, I'm throwing out Netflix, that price is too high, and then I ended up getting Netflix, a couple months later, depending on what they have on the service and whatnot. So it just really kind of depends on how they go about it. And most importantly, them sticking to their word once they do it. Because I don't want to see a price hike, and then they say, hey, we're adding Call of Duty and everything like that. And then 6 months later, they're like, we need to raise the prices $5 more. It's just like, no, just stick to what you believe that you want to do and what you think is good, and just do it. Stop playing with the folks out here. And I really don't like the dishonesty that people come out with and say, oh, you should never trust the company. Don't trust the company. I'm not saying trust them to the grave, but we do have to trust companies in some sort of way. I know you're probably not going to like hearing that, and you're probably going to disagree with me a ton. A ton of people are probably going to disagree with me with the whole trusting companies. But you trust when you go to McDonald's to go eat your food that you're not going to find a screw in it. You trust when you go buy a car at the dealership that you're not gonna just, spontaneously combust inside of the car. You trust when you buy a TV, you may get a warranty for some of these things, but there's a trust again right there. You trust that they're gonna honor the warranty, right? So yes, a level of trust does go into companies, and I think people need to quit acting like, oh, you should just hate everything. Hate. No, hate doesn't help anything. We can sit here and be like, fire this dude, fire that dude, get rid of this dude, kick this dude off of the ledge. Like that may feel good in the moment, but it doesn't solve the situation at hand. So if you were to get rid of, like let's say a Phil Spencer or something like that. So now what are we gonna do? Stare at Saucy and Adela? We're gonna stare at Sarah Bond? The situation still exists. So if somebody there has a idea or mission on how they want to handle it, then my goodness, go on ahead and let them do the damn thing. But what I don't want to see happen is somebody just gets fired and then just nothing comes from that. Or just watch dude walk out or something like that, and then we're just kind of stuck in this situation. Like, no, somebody just needs to take hold of this and have a direction. And what I would also kind of like, and this may sound silly, but I don't really need you to come out and tell me your specific direction of every single thing. Like, you can tell me, hey, we got games coming. Make sure you come check us out at the showcase. Make sure that you check us out live here at whatever time. This game is coming out. That game is coming out. This console's coming at some point. And that's it. We don't need to hear about your care for development, your care for gaming, your ability to nurture, you're finally sustained in this area. We have 8 million players on this. No, we don't need to hear any of that stuff. We don't need to hear it, because all that stuff that you told us now, we're reminding you that you said it, and it's just like nobody wants to acknowledge it. Nah. So that's what I'm saying. Just stop putting your foot in your mouth. Go on ahead and do what you're supposed to do work-wise, and just keep it quiet until you have some news that you're absolutely sure about and you can stand behind without getting embarrassed down the line in the future. But anyways, I didn't want to stick around here too long. I just want to give my thoughts and my interpretation on the situation. So hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit of that. I'm going to start doing a lot more of these shorter videos. As you see on the top of the screen, it says all donations help TSWS cover travel costs for showcases. So if you want to donate like a sticker, a super chat, anything like that, if you want to become a member to the channel, all that proceeds goes to help me get to LA for these events, or to get to Washington for PAX West, or get to Boston to PAX East, or whatever the hell. But thank you guys so much for kicking it here. This is your boy Ham Solo 05 Gaming, kicking it on the TSWS Gaming YouTube channel, letting you know, as always, to keep it gaming or keep it moving. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. Peace out.